Say what needs to be said. Well, we say what needs to be said so you can say what needs to be said. Week 5 wrap up, baby. It was excitement, excitement, excitement. Y'all didn't see the stream for last night, man. It's a heavy upload week. We going crazy. We getting it done, man. You know, I missed a little bit of here and there, but me and LaShawn McCoy, my homeboy Shady, Philadelphia Eagle, stand up, man. He came through last night, you know, spit some Jews and talk to us a little bit about his retirement and things like that. You know what I mean? So week 5 wrap up, man. Let's get into it, man. Chat, what's up? Y'all talk to me. Cowboys versus Steelers. I already went over it, but y'all bear with me. Let's go over it again, man. You know, I feel like the Steelers can be a really good team if Justin Fields can just play better and consistent, right? Consistent. He makes some horrible decisions sometimes, and it's hard for him to read defenses, looks like, on plays. And then you look at his accuracy. Most of the balls he throws are always just off the target. And until Fields had to come out the game for one play, and then the backup came in, which was Kyle Allen, throwing strikes. Like he threw a perfect pass as soon as he came in the game, and it was the longest pass play up to that point for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they took him right out the game. But pressure busts pipes, and pressure makes good players step up. And after that one play, Justin Fields came back in the game, man, with a different mentality and started throwing accurate passes out of nowhere. He looked like a new quarterback. And they did really good. They did really good. Did enough to win. And then Joey Porter, the cornerback, the son of Joey Porter Sr., Joey Porter Jr. with a great interception on a beautiful post route. Beautiful post route. He squeezed it, he stayed on the high shoulder, and went and got the ball and didn't worry about the receiver. That was a great play for Joey Porter. Cornerback, stand up, baby. Big week for cornerbacks. Cornerbacks did their thing. They did their thing. And now for the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Congratulations to Dak. Dak received so much criticism as Dallas Cowboys quarterback. So when he wins and makes a great comeback to lead his team to victory, gotta big him up. So he delivered a comeback. That was a great job. They almost had a relapse, like in the past teams with Tony Romo and so on and so forth. On that third down in the final series, they almost gave the ball back. As simple as that. And during the game, there was too many mental relapses by Dak Prescott. And if Dak can just focus for 60 minutes and not make those critical mistakes, Dallas can be a really good team. You know what I mean? And notice how well the Dallas Cowboys played without some of their superstars in the game. Y'all know what I say about too many big name players, right? Too many big name players can really destroy or detour a team. That's why you need role players. That's why they call role players, because certain players have to play a certain role in order to make this team be the top team that they can possibly be. Everybody can't be a superstar. Everyone can't go out there and get sacks every play, run up the field. Some players have to stop the run and fill the gaps. Understand what I'm saying? So good job, Dak Prescott. Congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. They did it, man. They made it happen. Right? Now we got the Ravens versus Bengals. Man, this was a nail biter all the way down to the end, man. It was an awesome game, right? And this game got into a shootout on yesterday. And this game was so crazy. It was filled with so much excitement to the final field goal, right? To the final field goal in this one. Lamar Jackson put on an amazing show. He's making plays like only Lamar can make. He's making incredible plays, and that's what the Baltimore Ravens team need. And Lamar finally got a chance to get his fellow South Floridian, Zay Flowers, the ball on multiple plays. And he was cooking for 111 yards. And Flowers' quickness and speed becomes critical in that offense for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson needs to continue to try to find him and get him the ball quick and fast where he can, you know, use his run after catch abilities and be awesome. You know, usually two good divisional rival teams, they play a tough style of defense when they play each other. But not this game. This game was a straight shootout, and that's usually unlikely. And you know, that's weird because you're used to playing each other twice a year, and now we're very familiar with each other. And Derrick Henry for the Baltimore Ravens, man, he adds another level of physicality running the ball, and that's what that team needed. They need another level of physicality, and that's what Derrick Henry brings to this team. And man, with Derrick Henry, Xavier Flowers, and Lamar Jackson, this team is very, very good. Now the Ravens secondary, they had a very tough time tonight. Had a very rough day, right? Not with poor coverage, but just poor game planning. The Bengals offense found the open holes and all over the Ravens secondary. And, I don't know if it was by scheme and the Bengals saw something on tape that they can exploit, and the Ravens had no idea how to defend those big plays. And there was a lot of them, right? And like I said, a lot of plays by cornerbacks. And Marlon Humphrey, another cornerback, showed up big for the Ravens on a key interception in the fourth quarter, and it was on a slant route. And he did not let the receiver get inside. And that was how he made that interception. He was inside leverage. The receiver was trying to shake and force his way inside. But when you're inside leverage, don't give up the inside leverage. And the ball came right to him. So shout out to Marlon Humphrey for making that big play for the Ravens. Now, it's no reason why the Bengals should have lost this game. There is no reason why the Ravens should have lost this game. Joe Burrows played extremely efficient passing yesterday on Sunday. He executed the offense well and made the plays to win. He found his favorite target, Jamar Chase, and they were unstoppable. Jamar Chase was unstoppable on Sunday, as well as, Jamar Chase. But he made that critical error on that interception to Marlon Humphrey in the fourth quarter. That may have or may not have caused the game. And like I said, Humphrey didn't let him inside. But Jamar Chase's job is to press the inside, press Humphrey inside leverage, and beat him inside, because Joe Burrow is going to throw the ball expecting Chase to win that matchup, and he did not. And that resulted in an interception. Great play by Marlon Humphrey. And that's one simple mistake like that in an NFL game can just change the whole direction of the game. And that's what happened. You got to make those critical plays in critical times. Everybody has to be on the same page, giving full effort to execute the play. And T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, man, they're a nice 1-2 tandem for the Bengals, and they connect really well. They connect really well. Out of 30 pass plays, 19 of those catches went to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. So Joe Burrows has a great 1-2 tandem. And Bengals secondary, they did as much as they could do to try to stop and contain Lamar Jackson. But he couldn't be stopped. So what do you do as a defense if that person can't be stopped? That's how he played today. He played like he couldn't be stopped. So that is very frustrating for a defense. You can't go out there and make the right call, put yourself in a position because he's unstoppable today, coach. What do we do? You know what I mean? So shout out to the Bengals and the Ravens pulling that game off in the night nail biter, man. That was a really, really good game. Jets versus Vikings, right? The New York Jets offense has no consistency, and they do nothing good. Even with Aaron Rodgers playing. Aaron Rodgers is having a hard time himself completing simple passes over in middle range passes. And his body language, and you look at Aaron Rodgers' body language, his body language tells me he doesn't care at times. Look at Aaron Rodgers' body language and his history. That first quarter, first half, his body language looked like he didn't care at all. Hey, man, I'm on my way out, and it is what it is. But then he crunk up, right? And then Rodgers finally throws his first touchdown after being down by 17 points. That's how long it took Rodgers to get going. And then the next series, he puts together a 70-yard drive that led to a field goal after being backed up in their own end zone. So Aaron Rodgers with a quick 10 points just like that when he wants to play, when he's into the game. But how do you make him be into the game? A prima donna like Aaron Rodgers himself, right? And with the game on the line in the fourth quarter, the last possession goes at the vet, Stephon Gilmore. He goes at the vet. And guess what the vet does? He comes down with a great play. Another cornerback with a game-winning interception. It was a fade route, and he faced the receiver up. He didn't play the conventional way of turning his back to the receiver and go get the ball because it was a back shoulder fade sort of throw. So he had to turn into the receiver and then go find the ball. So shout out to old man Gilmore making those plays, man. And for the Jets defense, man, they still are playing good football. Another underrated cornerback is DJ Reed on the other side of Sauce Gardner. Man, DJ Reed is a dog, and he plays really, really solid football. He just doesn't get enough credit because they're too busy giving the Sauce Gardner. DJ Reed shows up and make play after play for the Jets. He is undersized, but he plays like a dog. He can get his hands on the ball. That's what it's about, getting his hands on the ball, pass breakups, passes defending, interceptions. You know, he made some nice pass breakups today or yesterday on Sunday. Great job, DJ Reed. Keep going, keep pushing. And for the Vikings, Sam Darnold, man, Sam Darnold got this Viking team rolling, starting with the defense, though. But a good offense helps a good defense be good. And that is what Sam Darnold is bringing to this team. He is definitely making this whole team a better team. That is amazing by him, you know, barely being chosen to be a starter in the NFL and playing at an MVP caliber level. And he's making the entire team better. That's what it's about. And the Vikings stay undefeated, brother. Like I said, old man Stephon Gilmore with that great interception. He made the play. He made a great play. And, you know, they could keep rolling. They're undefeated. The Vikings are undefeated. And let's see what's next. Let's see how long they can keep this up, because it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. You can play well the first 10 weeks, and then the last 7 going into the playoffs, you start playing horrible. And that will be the end of the season. Now, Bills versus Texans. Bills versus Texans. Another disappointing loss for Josh Allen. You know what I mean? This is another disappointing loss for Josh Allen with his second loss. Is the second loss of the season? Second loss. Josh Allen played horrible yesterday. He only completed 9 passes out of 30 and missed a lot of open receivers, right? He missed a lot of open plays yesterday. And he had that look in his eyes like he was dealing with something outside of football, like he wasn't focused and locked in. It's like he was kind of an out-of-body experience at times when I was looking in his eyes, because you have to pay attention to those things when you're watching football. You have to look at the players. And it's just like any other human being. It might wake up one Sunday and not feeling that well or have things on your mind, right? There was something up with Josh Allen, and I don't know what it is. I can't put my hand on it, but something was going on. Right? You know what I mean? And Keon Coleman, the rookie, he makes a big play, man. His second touchdown of the season. So shout out to the rookie. You got to big them up when they do good, because sometimes they're going through a lot of things. But right before that touchdown, man, he got hit in the head with the ball. The funniest play ever. It looked like a Keon Coleman type play. And for him, it was a rookie mistake. It's a run pass option, and Josh Allen decided to make it a pass. And when they have their run pass option, that receiver is just take off like a slant route. Just take off immediately. He took off like it's a slant route, but he didn't look for the ball. And he was running the slant like he was blocking, and the ball beat him directly in the head. Josh Allen with that accuracy. It looked crazy because the ball actually hit him right in the head. And I know he felt embarrassed by that, but he bounced back and scored a touchdown after that. So that's what I'm saying. That's what rookies do. You know what I mean? Rookie mistake and bounce back. Now, Josh Allen, he was forced to be Superman and do whatever it took to win, because that's the position the Buffalo Bills put him in. Even the offensive play calling on the last drive, the offense expects Josh Allen to be Superman by calling 3 consecutive pass plays backed up in the end zone. And then that was a fail. You know, Josh Allen needs some help. He need a lot. Like I said, if y'all missed it, I talked with Shady. If he doesn't win a Super Bowl for the Buffalo Bills, or the Buffalo Bills doesn't help provide him and deliver a Super Bowl with him, he needs to request a trade and get to a team that can help him deliver a Super Bowl, because Josh Allen is a generational talent, and it shouldn't go down like that. He shouldn't go down playing for one team and never winning the Super Bowl. I don't want to see that for Josh Allen. You know what I mean? And CJ Stroud, whoa, man, that young man is playing lights out in the Texans. They jumped out early on the Bills with 2 quick scores, and you can see the confidence continue to grow in the young CJ Stroud quarterback. His decision-making, his plan, his accuracy, his pocket presence, his awareness, everything is coming together, and boom, man, he has a very quick release that I like too, man, about, CJ Stroud, right? But CJ Stroud got caught with bad ball security in the late 4th quarter and lost the fumble to give the Bills the ball. And it gave the Bills an easy field goal to tie the game. And CJ Stroud shows a sign of a champion. Signs of a champion when you go through adversity, how you deal with it. And CJ Stroud, he led his team back. He did what he had to do to put his team in position for a 59 59-yard field goal. Jesus. 59-yard field goal. How you say his name? Kami Fairbairn hit a crazy 59-yard field goal. So shout out to the Texans. That's a good young team, man. They're going to continue to play good. They're going to continue to get better. They got a young coach, a young, energetic coach. That team is, the atmosphere and the environment there, that coach is constructing that team the correct way. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. What it do? Hey, man, we got the Raiders. We got the Raiders versus Broncos. And y'all seen, man, cornerback play in that game. And guess what? The first touchdown for the Broncos came from PS2, Patrick Surtain II, with a beautiful interception for a 100-yard touchdown. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, getting your hands on the ball. That changes the game. That was the first touchdown for the Broncos. You understand what I'm saying? An interception from a defensive back. And he sparked his team with that interception. The momentum started rolling for the Broncos. Without Surtain making that play, they would have probably lost that game. The momentum and everything would have shifted. They probably would have scored a touchdown because they was on the goal line. You know what I mean? And we can't forget about Riley Moss, the other cornerback on the other side of Patrick Surtain, with a great interception on a fade route. The first interception by a white cornerback in 22 years. Can we believe? Clap it up, baby. Clap it up for Riley Moss, baby. Clap it up for Riley Moss, baby. The first white cornerback to have an interception in 22 years. That is an amazing accomplishment. The man, he played that ball well. He stabbed. He got good hands on Trey Tucker at the line of scrimmage, and then got the ball at his highest point. It was just a great play. And you could see the excitement in his eyes, and in his energy when he was running down the field and things like that. So shout out to Riley Moss. Now the offense for the Broncos and Bo Nix, man, they are very limited with their play calling because of the limit that Bo Nix has. His capabilities are very limited. And head coach Sean Payton has his hands full trying to figure out how to develop Bo Nix into a standard NFL quarterback, if it's even possible. If that's even possible. The Broncos defense took over the game. That's who won this game. That's period. The Broncos defense set the tempo and won this game. That defense gave both Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell a hell of a night. They was all over them, man. It was a tough night for that whole Raiders offense. So shout out to the Broncos defense. They're underrated. They playing very, very good football. Very, very good football. That's an underrated defense over there. Now, man, the Commanders versus Browns. Woo! It's time for a change at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson has lost all his confidence. He has had enough time to try and get back to playing like his old self. If the leader of the team is playing bad like Deshaun Watson, that can destroy the confidence of an entire team. The way Deshaun Watson is playing can just destroy the entire confidence of the total team. And as a coach, you can't let that happen. You have to do something to rectify the situation. And playing the defense becomes just more and more frustrating. As a defensive player, and the offense isn't moving the ball, going 3 and out, you're not giving the defense a chance to rest. As soon as they get to the bench, you got to get right back up and go back in the game. We can't even make adjustments. That is a lot of wear and tear on the defense. And that's why it's called a team sport. And the Browns defense didn't stand a chance against the rookie. That rookie is a hell of a player. And then the secondary became sitting ducks for Jaden Daniels. Man, it was just too easy. It was too easy for Jaden Daniels, when he was passing the ball, right? He was passing to his receivers, and I say it was too easy because those passes was going uncontested. If a pass goes uncontested, that is a horrible series of plays for the defense and the cornerbacks, DBs, whoever the ball is aiming at. But what impressed me the most with Jaden Daniels is his ability to escape pressure and make the defense pay with his arm and legs. I mean, they really going to pay. Then he'll hit the defense with a beautiful deep pass. He throws deep passes so beautiful. And he is elite in the pocket presence awareness category. He understands the pocket, where to be, how to move in and out of it, and when to take off. He took off for 85 yards on 11 carries in this matchup, and that was really good. That was the difference maker, man. And Jaden Daniels can definitely deliver a Super Bowl for the Commanders in the future. And you gotta watch out for this team. The NFL is definitely on alert for the Washington Commanders. After one more year, another good draft and free agency, I could see them competing for a Super Bowl, man. I could see them competing for a Super Bowl for sure. Jaden Daniels, man, I love that kid. That kid is special. I can't wait to see him develop more and more in the future. Put a little weight on that arm, his mentality, everything fits perfectly. Whoever didn't draft him, all those teams, all those scouts, the GMs, they need to have a look in the mirror. The Patriots, so on and so forth. 49ers versus Cardinals, man. Kyler Murray, let me tell you, he put on a show. He showed he is still explosive as heck. After the surgery, scoring on a 50-yard run, and he ran past everyone, all of the defenders. They couldn't even catch the quarterback. And this was a game of the battle of the quarterbacks between Kyler Murray and Brock Purdy. Who can make the most plays for their team and spark their team's peak? You understand? Put them in the best positions to win. Murray threw for 195 yards and 1 touchdown, but he ran for 83 yards and 1 touchdown. Like I mentioned, that 50-yard run, oh man, that 50-yard run broke the 49ers back. Now, while Brock Purdy threw for 244 yards with 1 touchdown, and he ran for 33 yards, but Murray was just amazing with his legs, like he always is. And what Cliff Kingsbury said about him, the offensive coordinator for the Commanders, he believes that kid is an amazing, game-changing kid, and he really believes in it. And it's starting to show. It's starting to show. And this is what makes the difference more, his legs, his ability to play quarterback unconventionally, because you're not going to find him in the pocket. He's barely sitting in the pocket. Every time you go out on defense, it's like, where's Waldo? We have to find Kyler Murray, and if we don't, we will pay. So that's a good recipe for winning. I like Kyler Murray, man. I like Kyler Murray. And San Francisco 49ers, right? The problem with San Francisco 49ers is the defense just isn't the same no more. They don't stop the run well. They don't stop the pass well. They're not as physical as they used to be as past defenses. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. That's the problem. And this was another exciting game that came down to the final play, the 49ers and the Cardinals. I mean, the 49ers missed those type of players they had in the, maybe 2015, 2010, the Patrick Willis, the Dante Whitners, and the things like that. You know what I mean? The defense was always the foundation of the 49ers. When you thought about the San Francisco 49ers, you thought defense. They are going to hit you. They're going to smack you. They're going to run to the ball. Now they just don't have an identity. They just go and play football, and you don't know what to expect. But before, it was intimidating to play against the 49ers. And it's just another team, just an okay team. Purdy is doing as much as he can to try and win, but it's just not coming together for the 49ers right now. And they miss having that defense like they used to have back in the days. You know what I mean? Bears versus Panthers. Woo, Caleb Williams, that rookie, man. That rookie looks very impressive. Another one. He looks really good, man, and he's changing the dynamic of the Chicago Bears. I like it. And Caleb Williams is progressing really, really well. And he throws such a really pretty ball, and they are very accurate. His passes are very accurate for the receivers. They can catch and run with the ball very, very easy. Now, Williams offensive line. Got to give credit to the Chicago Bears offensive line. The offensive line gave him all the time in the world he needed to make decisions and make accurate passes. When you have an offensive line blocking for you like that, that makes it easy for a young quarterback to gain confidence and grow and become better and better and better, right? And he's changing things for the Chicago Bears. Like I said, watch out for that team too. They're playing really good. Caleb Williams is everything he was expected to be. So, and Kevin Byard made a hell of a play on the deep pass, right? And he tied the ball up perfectly. Number 9, the safety for the Chicago Bears. He ran the ball down and timed it up perfectly and not worrying about playing the receiver. Another great interception that changes the game. Now the Carolina Panthers. Man, if y'all didn't see that crazy hit Tommy Trimble, he was hit viciously by Bears safety Jaquan Brisker and was knocked out cold. It was a scary sight. It was a scary sight. And one of those hits, it was like one of those hits back in the 90s when the rules wasn't so tight for the defense. That's what it looked like. And man, it was very vicious. I can see what they mean. Me being removed from football, woo, that was very vicious. And the Panthers defense looked like they were just giving up. The effort from the defensive line was horrible. The effort overall from the whole team just looked piss poor. No pressure at all on Caleb Williams. Like I said, the offensive line was stunning the defensive line. They just looked like they was effortless out there. They wasn't putting no effort out. And the Carolina team is just destroyed this season. There's no hope for them right now. There's no motivation. They have nothing to look forward to. Andy Dalton can't save the team. There's nothing he can do. Time for them to revisit everything. You know what I mean? Now, Rams versus Packers. Rams versus Packers. Jordan Love, man, with all that talent, he makes the game much harder than it really needs to be. Jordan Love, all that talent. He makes bad decisions throwing the ball, and even when some of those passes are completed, it's still a bad decision. It just so happened to fall in the right spot. And some of those passes should be intercepted, but the play is made. And that interception, man, he threw for a touchdown was such a bad and no awareness play. Those are the type of plays you can't make as a quarterback. You're in the end zone. You already know that. I can't take the safety. It was a bad call, meaning like it was a throwback play. You have to know you have to get rid of the ball quick. I'm rolling out. I can throw it out of bounds and not get the safety because I'm out of the pocket, or I have to find somebody quick and let the ball go, right? But they got the victory. You know what I mean? They got the victory. Packers got the victory, but it seems like Jordan Love has the same issues as Dak Prescott with those mental lapses and horrible decision-making that hurts the team in critical moments of the game. But I think he can be a champion quarterback once he understands situational football and plays those situations accordingly. And that's what it takes sometimes in NFL. You have to know how to play and identify the situations and make sure you're executing situational football in those, situational moments. The LA Rams, man, Matthew Stafford, man, got a lot of work to do, man. They play a lot of inconsistent football. Matthew Stafford is on his last legs as an NFL quarterback, in my opinion. He still could throw a good ball, but it's more like he's not his best self. He's not his best self at this moment. He's a little older, right? But when you're older, you're just not the same anymore. And LA Rams only scored in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. That means that team is not consistent. They only score points in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. It's not consistent enough. And I see this Ram team as a new-looking team coming into next season with a lot of major changes coming, because that's what's going to happen, because that team really needs a makeover. And yeah, no hope for the Rams either, man. No hope for the Rams. Sorry, Ram fans. Now, the Seattle Seahawks versus the Giants. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Giants. The Seattle Seahawks did not come to play on Sunday. They were really soft on defense and lacked the energy a defense needs to compete in the NFL. They came very lackadaisical, right? The Seahawks got very lucky when the Giants were about to score on the goal line, and running back Eric Gray fumbles. Seahawks were very lucky by that one play. Seahawks takes the ball for 100 yards for a touchdown. Seahawks offense didn't score until 5 seconds left in the game, and that was a field goal. The offense only scored one touchdown the entire game. They made field goals, but only scoring one touchdown by the offense was really poor effort for the Seahawks. That team was still on the bus. Then to finish it off, the Seahawks gets ready to tie the game with the tying field goal, and guess what? It's blocked. So include special teams with all that nonsense of bad, terrible football for the Seahawks. That was a piss poor effort. When your team plays like that as a coach, you have to go in on Monday and get in everybody's chest. You got to check everybody and see if everybody still has the will and desire to go out here and play. Is it something I'm doing wrong as a coach, or what is it? You got to learn how to get to the players. Now, Daniel Jones, so wishy-washy, up and down. Sometimes he'll play really good. Sometimes he'll, look crazy out there. But yesterday, Sunday, he played really well. And the offense controlled the ball for most of the game. He made all the right reads and passed the ball accurately. Very accurate on Sunday. He looked really smooth back there. Jones is like is what I like to call a scrappy quarterback, willing to do whatever it takes to win. And you can see that he tries. He tries with everything in him. And he has a very talented receiving core in Malik Nabers, and Darian Slayton. With those two, man, even though Malik didn't play, Slayton took over for 8 catches and 122 yards and a touchdown. Slayton is quick and fast, just like Malik Nabers is. He was a smooth route runner, so it's hard to guard these players in man-to-man. That's what the Seahawks tried to do. Play Slayton in man-to-man, and that was a fail. You can't play Slayton and Malik Nabers in man-to-man. You better figure it out and try to confuse Daniel Jones, baby. So Daniel Jones did a great job, man. He looked very well, man. Really well, man. So that's a wrap up for week 5. Some exciting game. A lot of great cornerback play. Cornerbacks was making plays all over the field. Surtain, the number 1 cornerback in the NFL, leading the pack with a 100-yard interception. Then another interception to seal the game up, man. So, say what needs to be said, baby. I'm going to see y'all next time. We'll probably see y'all tonight, man. Y'all get with it. Next time, we out.